Hi parents, this is Eureka Squared, 4th grade, Module 2, Lesson 7. The direction says multiply using distributive property and an area model. The question is 7 times 43. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an area model. The area model is going to have two different parts. One side will be for my tens, one side will be for my ones. This outside line here is for my factor. How do I know what my factor is? My factor is always the number that I'm multiplying by first, that is the smallest number. We're going to then decompose 43 to put that in our tens and ones place. So, setting up the area model, we're going to put our factor in our factor box, which is 7. We're going to decompose 43 and put 4 tens and 3 ones in the proper box. So 40, 4 tens is 40, and then 3 ones. Here, we're going to multiply our factor by each place value. We're going to multiply our factor by our tens, and then we're going to multiply our factor by our ones. So 7 times 40 gives me 280. And then 7 times 3 gives me 21. So now it's time for us to do distributive property. Distributive property is when you are breaking down or decomposing a number and multiplying it by a factor. So we're going to do 7 times 43. And then we're going to decompose that again and do 7 times our tens, which is 40, plus our ones, okay? Now, we're going to solve. Before we solve, we need to go ahead and separate our tens and ones to multiply by our factor. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply our factor by our tens again. Plus, we're going to multiply our factor by our ones again. Okay, so we don't really have to use or have our kids use the calculator again because we did it over here already, okay? So we know 7 times 40 gave me 280. And then we're going to add, and we're going to go to our ones place. 7 times 3 gave me 21. And then when we add these together, it gives us a total of 301. Now, the reason we do what's in the parentheses first is because my parentheses, it tells me I have to multiply first before I add. And that is why it is called distributive property, because we are distributing the factor to the tens and the ones. So I know it's a lot of different steps to take. However, if you do it each way, if you take your time and do it each way, you will be able to get your answer by using your area model or just by simply decomposing 43 in a distributive property. So again, this is Lesson 7, Module 2, Eureka Squared. Thank you. And if you have any questions, you can just drop a comment in the comment box. Thank you.